Hey, everybody. Not that there's anybody here, but hey, anyway, welcome to the Beans Report. I think this is Beans Report number 3. The show is dedicated to our late great friend Kevin Reed, Kevin Beans Reed, and Tim's got his button on there. I should have thought ahead and put a button on, but I didn't. And this is we're just going to talk music. That's it. That's all we're going to talk about because that's what Beans wanted to. Beans love to do, and I know that Tim loves to do it, and Grant loves to do it, and I love to chat with these guys, and I'll keep this live so people can watch it. Another 3 people somewhere over the next couple of years. Az Mick is here. Hey, how you doing, Mick? But I want to formally introduce the 2 of you. Grant, this is Tim Allen. Tim Allen. This is Grant Arthur.
Oh, I know Tim Allen already.
Yeah. We've never met like this, but
no, never like this. But okay.
I said the same thing when I was talking to Steve before the show. That I know you, but I've never, met you like this.
So I appreciate the introduction, Steve.
Yeah. Now,
nice meeting you, Tim.
Nice meeting you too, Grant.
There you go.
Officially. Now I'm working off of a internet that's a hotspot. My phone's a hotspot right now, so we may have problems. But I think we did pretty well on Ski Lodge last night. Wes is here. How you doing, Wes? Let me see here. I do have. Let me see here. I want to. Doc. Doc. This is. Check your. Let me find your face. Okay, you guys talk amongst yourselves here. Another death in rock and roll. I guess this happened a couple of weeks ago. Jack Lee from the Nerves. Can you hear me?
I couldn't. You're frozen for a second.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
No. Another rock and roll death. Jack Lee from the Nerves.
Oh no! When did this happen?
I don't know, but Paul just posted about it today, and so did other people.
Wow, I had not heard that.
I haven't heard that either.
I don't have very many autographs, but I have an autographed Jack Lee album, so that's really sad.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't meet him. I didn't get it personally, but yeah, I bought it from a website or something. I can't remember.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, he's passed away. Of course, George a person. Astrid Gilberto. What was this? Oh gosh, it wasn't Bernice, was it?
Steve, you're cutting in and out. I can't figure out what you're saying.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out.
Oh, let me see if I can get this. Well, maybe, yeah, this. Doing okay now? Oh.
Nah, you keep cutting in and out.
Maybe we're just going to have to cast.
Hey, Tim, welcome to the show. How are you? Nice to see you. Welcome to the Ski Lodge, and we are live tonight. We've lost Stephen Schnee, but that's okay. You and I can carry on. So, Tim Allen, what's happening with you? And welcome to the show. How is everything going? Anything new in your? You get any? Have you bought anything new? What's happening in your world?
I bought a couple of records at a thrift store today, but nothing great.
What'd you get? Go ahead and share with the class. Oh, Stephen Schnee's back. All right, Stephen Schnee can take over now. I just started hosting,
Maybe it's time to
frozen
cancel.
again.
This-
We could. Let's see. I have an idea. We could. Well, Steven, you're the one with the weak link. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Let's call it a night. Okay. Well, it was a great idea. But Tim Allen, what did you buy today? You can share with the class real quick.
I can't even. I bought Gary Wright's Dreamweaver album. I remember that one.
On vinyl?
Yeah.
Look, it's
Thrift store
Doc.
stuff. Oh, there's Doc.
So you bought Dreamweaver? Wes says Steve's hotspot not so hot.
It's our show now.
Let's take over. I just got off a live show at 8 o'clock on the Contrarian, so.
Oh, wait, he's moving.
I call this a clusterfuck.
Well, now you're coming through okay.
Yeah. It's working now, I think.
Yeah,
Go
I'm sitting very still, but Doc's not coming through, and I'm sure that's on my
Doc's
end.
coming through. Doc's
Yeah, it's
coming
just
through
on
on
your
our
end.
end. Fine. Oh, there he goes again. So
There he
anyway,
goes again.
Tim Allen. Hey, Doc, welcome to the show. How's everything going? Tim Allen went, and he's got a couple of new releases. He just got the Dreamweaver album used. Tim, what else did you get? You can share with us?
I can't. I'm having a brain fart. I'm old. I'm having a brain fart about She was a child actress that made a bunch of albums, and I can't. I'm having a brain fart.
Hi, Doc.
Hi, Schnee.
Schnee looks like he's coming in clear now.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Nothing. I'm sure I'm sure it's going to end pretty soon too.
Uh-oh.
Well,
I didn't do it.
I keep when you leave, I start hosting, and then you're back.
Yes.
you're interrupting Grant's hosting.
You're interrupting my show.
Friendly
Well,
thinks
what
we
we've
have-
covered, Schnee, when you're going back and forth, is Tim Allen has gotten the Dreamweaver on vinyl. That is what we were talking about. He just picked that up. He picked up something else, but we've never gotten into that yet. Trying to find if Doc has got anything new.
150 cartoons.
I remember when that was at Walmart in the cheapy,
That's where I got it.
Yeah, there you
or Kmart would get. Kmart had the best selection of that kind of stuff.
So Schnee, are you back? I'm gonna turn it over to you. Partridge Family, check that out.
Yeah. Yes.
Where'd you
The
get
best-
that?
Well, right now, just to let everybody know, right now I'm using my my iPhone as a hotspot. That's the only thing I have right now because we don't have internet in the place. We probably won't have it for another day or two. It worked fine
so
last
hot.
night during ski lodge.
It's working right now.
Yeah,
It
so
comes and goes.
so let's hope it lasts. Maybe since I'm down here and Grant is hosting the show.
I'm not hosting. Hey,
Doc.
you drop out, Steve. I just jump in. I'm just trying to. I'm your backup.
Oh, absolutely. This
It's
is your show on my
go
channel. Doc,
No.
Doc, have you met Grant?
Yeah.
Not sure, but hello.
Well, remember, Steve? We did like an impromptu get together after the ski lodge at one night, and Doc was there.
Oh, that's right.
Been there.
I can't
right.
remember if Tim was there or not. Tim might have been there too.
Yeah, well, Tim doesn't remember.
I don't.
well,
I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, Tim may not have been up there. That might have been. I can't believe you guys have internet problems.
No, it
coming
was
from
one
me.
of those nights where we just thought after ski lodge, let's have a party online with more people and stuff. And it was
Right.
only 10 minutes, but it
Yeah.
lasted an hour.
Right.
Yeah. In terms of like new stuff for me, I made a Ruddles video last night, a CD junkie for the Ruddles.
Mhm.
And it's 20 minutes long. The Ruddles put out 2 CDs, official CDs, and it's 20 minutes long because I go into, I start off with Neil Innes was involved to Magical Mystery Tour and all the things he did that are linked, with Python or the Beatles throughout the years. So, I bring it,
Well,
and then I bring it up to the Ruddles.
was it you?
Well-
Was it you, Steve, that brought that up? That the Ruddles album? Why is everybody disappearing?
I don't know.
Didn't you bring to me the Ruddles album is like one of the best power pop records of
Yes,
all time?
that right there, the Doc has is
Okay.
one of the best power pop albums. I think so. I honestly do. And in fact, in the video, I bring that up.
Yeah.
Very
You gotta
much
have
so.
props. When you're talking about the bands, you got to have props.
Yes. Yeah. well,
Yes, they did have 2.
Oh.
Yes, it comes from 2 records. So yes. But
Oh, he got Alta Reserve.
wow.
It just came today.
Oh, did it? Grant and I are going to do a Rembrandt CD junkie together.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And
It might break the internet, but we're gonna hold on tight.
no, it might break single digit views, but but again, I like to be a little thorough. So when we talk about the Rembrandts, I'm going all the way back to the Quick, Great Buildings, Danny Wild solo, and then the Rembrandts.
But who's talking Rembrandts? When I was putting out this topic to other people, my channel or people are going, well,
Uh-huh.
I only know the Friend song. That's the only thing I know. People
And
just
that's
kind
sad.
of, I agree.
Now,
But this is what we do, Steve. We talk about these bands that no one talks about.
yeah. Now, when you gave those albums a listen, are you hearing what I hear when I say there is a Crowded House vibe to them, like an American, more of a rootsy American Crowded House?
I hear
They
a
have
lot
those-
of Americana on them. I do.
Yeah. Well, you're listening with the wrong
It's
ears. Put a
rootsy.
new pair of ears on.
It's like John
But with
Cougar,
a lot of
Mellencamp.
don't you ever say that in front of me again. Don't you ever. Now, I will admit that a couple of the Danny Wild solo albums were very, John Cougar.
Mhm.
But let me see here. Proghat says, I think the Ruddles did a 3rd album. No, they only had the 2 albums. Now, there are 2 albums available. Hi, Gary Wilkerson. There are 2 albums available on the Neil Innes website. One is called the Wheat Album instead of the White Album. And that's just demos for archaeology. And then there's one called Live and Raw, which is a live album. Like a live album recorded like in the 90s or something. So I don't
So
feature
for
those
some-
on my thing because
So for someone who doesn't have any Ruddles, and I'm embarrassed to say that I've never listened to any because I always thought it was just like a big joke.
Oh my
What
gosh,
would
that
you
first album.
Which one? The red one?
self-titled. Yes. Well, now it's kind of an orange. It's just self-titled, and it's got all the songs from the TV special. It's not a joke. It's like you hear these songs, and it's an amazing collection of songs.
Okay.
Sure, it's fashioned after the Beatles, and that was the joke. But the music's not a joke. It's
Yeah.
for the most
To
part.
Face the Music, same thing.
Yeah, it totally. It's just like To Face the Music, except it came out before.
Right.
Yeah, it came out before, and the LP has a few less songs than the CD, which came out years
Bonus
after the
songs.
album.
Yeah. Hello,
That's-
Brinley and Henry and Mick. I don't know if I
Brinley.
want to. Do I want to
Hey,
hit
it's
my?
Starman Brindley.
And I need to do this for Kimba. That's the best I can do.
Okay. Okay, I want to go through.
Does she need that?
I want to say hi to Wes and hi to Jeff Kendall and Paulina. And I'm sorry that we've been skipping your things.
I feel like Russell Johnson.
Rich, which is KRWD. By the way, anybody who's ordered Ski Lodge merch, it's on the way. I'll tell you in just a second what we're down to here. There's Rich, there's AZ Mick, there's Wes, Kimba, Paulina, Brinley. I'm seeing if I missed anybody here. Matthew Smith, hello. Thanks for showing up for Ski Lodge from yesterday. The show's still on. We've been doing a 24-hour thing. Edward Proghat, Gary Wilkerson, my buddy, Henry, and I think I got everybody there. Anyway, right now we're down to 3 large shirts, 4 extra large, and 1 2X, and that is it. They're gone for good.
Well, you know what you can do, Steve? Put all the graphics upload the graphics to TeePublic and put a store there, and then people can just go there and just order whenever they want. And then you're not out any money at all. And you make like $2 a shirt or whatever, but you have no headache. I
think that's what we'll probably do. Hey, Ollie. I think that we're going to do another mug, but we're going to do it around Christmas time. And that's going to be featuring DC's art. Yeah, that one right there.
Yeah, I like that.
There's only like 5 of those in existence right now.
Ooh.
So that one.
Is that
and
DC's
we may put
art?
something.
Whose art is that? I would like to have one of those, but I want DC to autograph it.
Well, then we're going to have to send it to DC.
Where is DC tonight?
In Washington, DC.
No.
Yeah, I know where that is.
No, so anyway, I'm trying to think. So I got that Ruddles video already done. I just can't. What was I going to say?
Upload it.
Yeah, upload it because of the hotspot. I mean, last night it was uploading for an hour and it got to 2%.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's all I use is my hotspot, my phone's hotspot to do all my internet, and it takes about 45 minutes for a video to upload, but that's not too bad.
Yeah, I was so bummed, but maybe my hotspot's not as good as yours.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's what she said. That my hotspot's not as good as Tim's. And then,
Tim has a reputation. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I know. What you call it? Grant and I are going to do Rembrandt's CD Junkie. We'll set that up. Grant, can we talk about
next week? And next week we're going to do Wondermints with DC.
Oh, DC's going to be on with Wondermints. We're going to do that on Grant's channel.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, DC's going to be on that one.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wondermints, I think for anybody who loves Ski Lodge, who wants to hear a modern Ski Lodge band, Wondermints. I mean, if you go through and you listen to that stuff, you're going to hear so many ba-ba-bas and la-la-las and, it's anything from Sunshine Pop to Psychedelia to Power Pop. What was that?
And Sandler and Young.
Yeah. Really, really, really fantastic. And then, what else? I've got stack. I'm going to redo a new video on Ice House. Still have to do all my my 10cc solo stuff. Steve Forbert. But that one there, I can't go in depth because he has so many albums. And I don't think anyone's going to sit there for 30, 40 minutes of me going through Steve Forbert albums. So I'm going to do the overhead shot and just go through the CDs and talk about them really briefly, Okay. But Tim,
Yes.
Tim has a Midnight Callers. What's Doc doing? Jesus.
I'm more concerned about that image.
That's
That's
in
his-
Ray.
Well, I don't know who
Yes.
that is, but it's upsetting.
Somebody keeps texting me.
Well, can't you
Well,
put
tell him to stop
Dibble up
texting
or
you.
something?
Yeah,
Can't you put that on mute?
yeah. Put Dibble up.
I can
Anyway,
put Dibble up.
Tim has a new video where he talks about the new Midnight Callers album, which is utterly, absolutely fantastic. Have you heard that, Grant?
No, I've never seen that before. No.
Okay,
Ooh.
Grant, I need
It's
you
not out
to.
yet.
Yeah,
I'm
Am I
I need,
writing this down?
no, Grant. You know what? You're writing this down. You ready?
Oh my god! That's,
Hey, Doc.
holy crap!
Grant.
That's upsetting. Yeah.
Grant, write this down.
Yeah. Yeah.
PM me your address, and I'll get the band to send you a care package
Okay. Oh, well, shit.
because you're going to be advertising it on your channel.
All right. I will do that.
I
You'll
have.
want to, Matt. You'll want to.
Hello,
Hey, Kristen. Yeah, my sister Kristen's here. And Doc's picking up on her. She's married, Doc.
Hello, Kristen.
You know how Doc works it.
What
Smooth,
I
you
watched
know?
Kristen setting up the tent last night.
was that?
I watched Kristen setting up a tent last night.
Oh.
Yeah,
Anyway,
look at
about-
that certainly, he's suggesting that Doc Dacus and Officer Dibble is the same person. How preposterous!
Yeah, it is preposterous.
Yeah.
Anyway, Matthew Street and I did an interview with 3 of the 4 members of Midnight Callers. We did that about 2 weeks ago, but I'm holding on to it until about the week before the album comes out. So that's why I haven't done a video. But I love the fact that Tim did a video on it, and Alan C. Records did a video on it. Obscure Music did a video on it because it's such a great album. It's by far top 3 albums of the year.
Oh,
Nice.
number one.
Grant,
for me,
had you heard the
probably.
first album? Yeah.
No.
Beat it.
Okay, so you hadn't heard the Midnight Callers at all. No, Grant. There's nothing wrong
Right
with
not.
that.
I know.
Seriously,
I just feel
No.
so inadequate, but yeah.
no, it's not inadequate.
Yeah, I haven't heard it. I've never even seen that. No.
Okay, they're both on Jam Records. The new album comes out in about 2-3 weeks,
Okay.
and it is stellar, stunning, stellar. The first album was great, right? I was
Yeah.
in love with that. When this one came out, it's a whole different ball of wax, but it's like they regressed and progressed in equal measures. When I say regressed, they went back to more of a 70s groove. It's got a lot of glam feel, a lot of the New York feel. The melodies are bigger and bolder, and the songwriting is more mature, and the band is sort of really clicked together. Really fantastic.
I got a Raspberries vibe off of a couple tracks. I was like,
Oh,
wow,
I love the
this is-
raspberries.
This is cool.
Robert
stuff.
P. I'm going to send Gary my mug, and then I'll get it later. But I have to get a package of. I have some CDs I have to get ready for Gary anyway, so I'll send him my version of the mug. So, of DC's, and anyway, I'm sorry for interrupting you folks. This is my show, even though Grant's hosting it.
I was. I just took over while you were incapacitated. That's all. It's your show.
But anyway, the death of Jack Lee, I mentioned it to a couple of my friends today via text, and they said, "Oh, I thought he died a couple of weeks ago." So it may have been a couple of weeks, and they're just sort of officially, formally announcing it now. But he was 71, and a lot of people are going to know him not for being in the Nerves, but He's the guy that wrote "Hanging on the Telephone" for Blondie, and "Come Back and Stay" for Paul Young. Those were actually his songs that other people covered. There's another song, I believe, "Women," off of that first Paul Young album, No Parlay, that was also written by Jack Lee.
So what did Jack do? I mean, we think of him with it being in the Nerves. We know he was a songwriter, but post Nerves, what did Jack Lee really do? Because people probably really don't. He was kind of a blip on the screen. I thought maybe you can shine some light on that.
He didn't do a whole lot. He put out an album called Jack Lee's Greatest Hits Volume 1, which basically consisted of various recordings from over a span of a couple years, including "Come Back and Stay," "Hanging on the Telephone," and it was a nice power pop album. Then he put out another album a couple years later, maybe 85, and it wasn't that good. And I forgot the name of it, but both of those are compiled on one CD through Bomp Records. Okay. And in fact, right there,
look,
"Bigger Than Life." Is that a 2-record album, Tim?
2-record set, and I'm looking for it. It's autographed. Where is it? It's autographed.
That's crazy. That's amazing.
Is that like on yellow vinyl?
Oh, I know it's real.
That's amazing. That is the album I'm talking about. That's the album I'm talking about that Bomp put out on CD. The CD is a single disc with both albums on one disc.
Yeah. Okay. And I got this a few years ago, like cheap autograph from Bomp. I was like, wow, okay. So
if I'd known that they had autographed, even autographed CDs, I would have bought one, but I didn't know they did.
And it's on really cool, like Starburst vinyl too. I might as well show that while I got it.
Show it. Let's see it.
Because Alive Natural Sound always does some of the most beautiful vinyl you've ever seen in your life.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's
always.
Pretty.
Alive does the best vinyl I've ever seen.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I've got a Shoes album if I could find it.
Yeah, they did the Shoes.
For Record Store Day. Do you remember the Shoes release that came out like 3 or 4 years ago?
Yeah, I have it. I can't think of what it's called.
But the vinyl on it's beautiful.
Yeah, I have it.
Let me see if I can find it. You guys carry on.
Vinyl, what's that?
Yeah, see the back on the back there, Tim. That's the Jack Lee's Greatest Hits Volume 1 cover. That black and white picture. Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, that's the cover of the Jack Lee's Greatest Hits Volume 1. There was an interesting CD that came out in France back in the 90s, maybe late 90s, and it had the Nerves EP, the first Plimsolls, the 0 Hour, the five song EP with Great Big World and stuff, had those two and Jack Lee's Greatest Hits all on one disc.
Oh wow!
So I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't have it anymore. But I think Grant's looking for. So, any new Bargoons apart from your videos? I love when Doc puts his Bargoons videos up.
What did I do?
No, the Bargoons video. Remember when you're a little bit, you're forgetting things and you're laughing.
I was just frustrated as hell.
Were you?
Yes, nothing was going right. I was dropping things. I'd forget things and hold up an album and go. And there'd be a long gap. I was sitting like, this is. Then I stopped that, started a second one. The phone would ring, and I'd forget stuff again, and I'd start to laugh, and it was just a complete mess. I gave up. So,
yeah, I can imagine.
What you say is a complete mess. But I got the ABC thing. Yay!
Oh yeah, I love trying to talk about ABC and you got those video clips popping up.
Yeah, well, one person did notice that. Was that thing pre-cut? Yes, because that was the second take. I had to pretend to cut it again.
Oh yeah, that was totally
Oh.
fake. That was totally
Oh
fake.
yeah,
when you
no,
were-
I thought you did that on purpose. I like that. Oh,
No, that I ruined the first take, so I redid it again, but I just pretended to cut it the second time. So
I've gone
It's all right,
very
you know.
bad. I have to fix this.
the whole thing was a mess. So if you thumbs down it, I don't blame you.
I will tell you, I got a package from Real Gone Music today.
Oh,
Yeah, that's better.
No, you're not going to be excited about it. I can assure you that. This is not something I ordered, but I was asked if I wanted one, and I was like, "Heck yeah!"
okay.
There's a lot of people out there who poo-poo Australian table wines.
Mm.
No, it's a Monty Python. No, but it's not a Monty Python CD. I'm trying to open this. Grant, show us what you got while I try to be a man
right.
and open this CD.
Well,
or this
I'm going to
box.
throw out some stuff. I know someone mentioned
Right.
John Cougar Mellencamp, so I just wanted to throw this out.
Oh,
I like John Cougar Mellencamp.
Scarecrow.
I like John Cougar Mellencamp. I have his albums, but don't you dare compare him to Rembrandt's.
Got that for $1. I'm going
Oh,
to throw
wow.
out something else to you guys. You familiar with this record?
Yep, Phil Seymour, formerly of the Dwight Twilley Band, and a 2020 play on that album, and
Got that for $1.
Precious to Me is on that, and so is my favorite Phil Seymour song, which is "Baby It's You,"
What about this one?
which is, I think, one of the greatest. Yeah, a weaker effort.
Isn't that the one where he covered Bobby Fuller?
No, that's the first album, I think.
Well,
I
that's
think
Here's
Letter Dance is
one.
on the first album.
How about
Okay.
this one? Anybody familiar with this?
Oh yeah,
dear.
of course.
Yep.
Of course.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying that.
Now you realize
is,
that now
This one's on Columbia.
I have that on CD. I don't remember if it's Japanese CD. No, it's domestic. It's domestic. That Rick Springfield, by the way, he's got a brand new album coming out in a week or two.
I've already got it. Oh, brand new one. Did you get the other one?
Not yet.
one
I'm just going to
on-
buy them both at the same time. Yeah, I'm going to buy them both at the
Okay.
same time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You've
I'm
heard
still trying to
the
get this
Red Locust, right?
box. Yes, I have that. I guess you didn't watch
But
my
it's brilliant.
Rick Springfield, my
No,
Rick
I don't
Springfield
watch
CD
any of
Junkie
your
video.
shows. I don't watch any of your shows.
I hate you.
But the Red Locust, brilliant, right?
Yeah, it is.
Brilliant.
It is.
If you like the Dukes of Stratosphere or anything like that,
Oh no, I wouldn't put it in that category.
no, but it's brilliant though. The songwriting, the vocals, the
It's,
instrumentation.
oh yeah, songwriting is great. It's a pop album. It's a pop album.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for Dukes of Stratosphere type stuff, just wait till the reissue of that Andrew Gold
Fraternal Order of Love.
Order of the. Yeah, that's
Fraternal
being
Order of
reissued, and that right there is a Dukes of Stratosphere like release.
But I mean, if you like the Dukes, you'd probably like the Red Locust, I think. Because it's kind of Beatle-esque. It's kind of in that Penny Lane kind of.
I'm going to fight you on that,
Pocket.
man.
Come on, Schnee. What do
Come
you
on,
mean?
Arthur.
It's very Beatle-esque.
No, very Beatlesque, but
I'm
Dukes of
saying.
Stratosphere is more psychedelic than Beatles.
Yeah, but I mean, if you dig that, you might like the Red Locust.
Yeah,
For me,
but
when the Dukes EP came out, I thought one side was basically they were doing the Beatles, and the other side they were doing Pink Floyd. That's what it sounded like to me. Early Beatles psychedelic Beatles on one side, Magical Mystery Tour, and the other side was Pink Floyd's first album. That's what it sounded like to me.
Interesting. What about Deface the Music? How do you interpret that?
To Face the Music
Mhm.
by Utopia, that's incredible.
I know, but early Beatles on one side, later
Well,
Beatles on the other side.
that's just them doing, a Beatles greatest hits sort of thing in parody form.
It's brilliant.
I think it's very much like the Ruddles, how it's like in chronological order.
Yeah, it was-
Seriously, the Ruddles is even better than Deface the Music.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I think
Wrong
I
side
Better
up.
than Rundgren? Schnee, come on, man.
But to face the
I
music,
disagree with you,
influenced
Grant. From
Todd
now on, I'm
Rundgren.
going to disagree with you with everything.
I think it's more fun that way.
I know, me too.
I
Okay, I finally got
love
that box
to face
open.
Music. Okay.
So do I. I love to face the music. I think it's
I
fantastic.
love it. Yeah, it's fantastic.
New on Real
Sylvester.
Gone. Sylvester. This is classic disco music from 1977 to 81, the fantasy years.
Hmm.
Groundbreaking.
I can't do this right. There you go.
Is John Fogerty on that?
Obviously, no disco fans in this panel.
Or is Sister Sledge doing the backgrounds?
No. Let me tell you about disco. I'm not a huge disco fan per se. I don't go out and buy things at disco. I buy disco that I like. But I loved disco because it was created for people to have a good time. That's it. It's music created to make people dance. And I'm not a dancer, but people get out there and they dance and they have a good time. If anybody's going to create music to make people feel good, I'm all for it. I don't care. Yeah, okay.
I think
There you
this
go.
is
You've got
long
disco in
ago.
your
This is
collection.
the original. This is the first pressing on. This is West German.
Oh, there you
This is
go,
the way-
yeah.
Look when it first came out. Look, big
Yeah.
fat boy case.
Wow.
Yes.
No, I
haven't
can
seen
tell
these
by
in a
the
long
CD.
time. I always see the
Yeah.
remasters and stuff, but anytime I can find an original CD of something, I haven't seen one
Oh,
of these
yeah,
colored
totally.
like this for a long time. I love it. I love it, boys. I love it.
Let me grab something here.
Yeah. I'll play that every night on Broadway.
This is something else that Schnee turned me on to that I got a couple days ago. The Nightcaps.
Okay. Oh, that Nightcaps. I love that album. Did you listen to it?
I haven't, not yet. I'm going to listen to it tonight. But I like the album cover. The album cover's cool. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really soulful. It's like a New York new wave pop band with a soul edge, and they've got the Uptown Horns playing on half the album. It's really, really fantastic. I'm surprised the album didn't take off. Here's some new stuff that I have.
Okay.
I will be interviewing this gentleman. In fact, the very first episode of Beach Blanket Fort Bingo was with Duncan Reid, formerly of The Boys, the British late 70s pop punk band, and Duncan
Timothy
Reid and the Big
Boys?
Head. What?
The ones that did Timothy?
No.
No. This is Duncan Reid and the Big
Duncan
Heads.
Reid and the Big Heads. Yeah.
It's his final album. And if anybody's into Duncan Reid and the Big Heads or even remotely interested, if you go to his website, I think he still has this deal available. Seriously, guys, go to his website. I think it's probably duncanreid.co.uk. Just type in Duncan Reid website. It's Duncan Reid. It could be DuncanReidandthebigheads.com. Go there, and if you order this new CD, he's got a bundle where he'll send you the previous 4 CDs.
Whoa.
So you get
When I,
a package of for one price, for the price of this and shipping.
yeah, when I went up on the site, you told me about that. He still had the deal going on. So
Okay.
I just looked at it.
Did you order it or you just looked?
Well, I looked. I'm gonna order. Steve, you keep turning me on to stuff. I only have so much money.
I smell disappointment in the air.
Well, I did buy these. You prick. Just can't make him happy.
Steve Forbert.
Oh yeah.
Steve Forbert. Streets of This Town revisited. They went in, the original album came out in '88, I think. It was produced by Gary Talent from Springsteen's band. They went in and completely remixed it and added a song to it. So if you're a fan of Steve Forbert, it does sound very, very different. It's really absolutely wonderful. And of course, there's the yep, there you go, Rembrandt's. What's the last one? Oh yeah. Spin this, right. There you go. Spin this. Yes, that's actually, yeah. I think that my favorite song is still "Just the Way It Is, Baby." Oh, jeez, but they have so many great songs. Rattle Humming Heart, which is what we just talked about. Grant, like I said, you need to send me your address.
I will.
And this
Does
is a band
Tim
that I
Allen
introduced.
have everything that you have already? It seems like you show some Tim Allen's right. He's like, well, I've got that too,
No.
you bastard. I've got it.
No.
Yes, he does. He's got it all.
This is a band I
don't
just
know them.
introduced. What do you mean you don't know them? I just sent you the music so you can do
told
the
you,
interview
don't-
with me.
I just got off a big show tonight. You got to give me a second.
I swear to God, something tells me this guy's a big fake. Oh yeah, Schnee, I'm totally into that. And then he logs off and goes, "What a jerk."
New
Yeah, what about
music.
Yeah, what about it? Never heard of him.
It just speaks for itself.
Oh no, I think that me and Grant are going to be like me and the Wax, where we're just you got that Clark Kent CD, huh?
Oh, yes,
Is that the one that has
I got
all
it.
the stuff on it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Try
yeah,
to
I've
buy
been
one
looking
of
for that
these
forever.
today. Yeah.
I know. I've been looking
I
for
got
that
it
for
half-
about 10 years.
I got it at half price books for $5.99.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you told me about that. And then I was arrested when I tried to sneak into your place and steal it.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate you coming in without asking.
I think Doc is kind of lost. Hey, Doc, how you doing?
I was thinking of going to tell Officer Dibble about your going into Grand Rapids.
Does everybody know what this is?
I can't really tell. What is it?
It's weirdest record I ever thought. Mr. Bungle.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
forget that. I'm not into anything that Mike Patton's involved with.
They do
My
Danny
favorite
Elfman.
my favorite Faith No More song is before Mike Patton. We care a lot. That's my
I've
favorite
never
Faith
heard
No
anything
More song.
quite like this in my life.
Yeah,
Someone
I've always
recommended
felt-
it to me.
yeah, they were wrong.
Doubt it.
Someone's,
You like stuff that was weird and obscure.
yeah.
That's weird and obscure, right
Oh,
there.
that is
No.
definitely weird and obscure.
Yes.
Yeah, is it weirder than the Residents? I think that it's.
It's
I think it's
more
influenced by the
dissonant.
Residents. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's more dissonant than the Residents. It's much more
Yeah.
abrasive. The Residents
Yeah.
are more subtle. This is like something
Yeah.
that I can't even describe it.
I don't remember Mr. Bungle starting out that way. I thought Mr. Bungle was sort of just an extension of Faith No More, or like a weird extension of Faith No More, just for him to get out a little bit of weirdness. That's what the first album sounded like. So I never heard anything after that because I didn't like that first album.
Oh, this is way out there.
Yeah, I can
It's
imagine.
almost unlistenable.
Yeah, Doc has a Madness album, Total Madness.
Total Madness. Which one's that?
It's an import compilation.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna go grab it.
I've got
I have
the
a
Geffen
lot of
album.
these things.
What was that?
And I've got
Grant?
I've got the Geffen album, the first one that
Right.
was basically a
Right.
comp, and then I've got the first Madness album as an import on Stiff.
One Step Beyond. And is that it, or do you have?
That's
others
all
as
I've
well?
got. No, that's it. Oh, I've never seen that comp.
Hmm.
What's
Now, does
that
have
cover?
the
Everything?
DVD? Yeah, it's a career spanning collection. I thought that came with a DVD, Doc.
That's the other version. Like, there's two versions of this: one with and one without.
Oh, okay.
I bought the without one.
Okay.
But anyway, 23 tracks as compared to the American one that only had like 12 or 13. So
Yeah, they're totally
I said,
unrelated.
I will
Absolutely unrelated. You know.
Is that
Yeah.
all the madness that you would need? Is what's on this comp?
It's a
Or
good
no?
starter.
Yeah, it's a good starter. See, but I'm a big in my opinion, the first 3 albums are essential, which is One Step Beyond, Absolutely, and Seven. And then everything after that is almost essential. But the first 3, in my opinion, are essential, as is a best of. So if you buy the first 3 and a best of, I think that you'll have a lot covered. I did recently do a CD Junkie video on Madness, but as Grant made me realize just a little while ago that he doesn't watch any of my videos.
I don't know if anybody else does too. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, nobody
I can't
else
speak
does.
for anybody else.
Yeah, I think Doc starts the video, he presses play, and then he goes to the end, and then he goes, "Yeah, that ended great."
He just gives a thumbs up.
The first 5 seconds and the last 5 seconds are the best.
I
Yeah.
watched them all, and many times I'm the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, Tim is
I-
usually always the
once
first
I-
one, of which I'm very appreciative.
I will give you this, Steve, and I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass. As far as content, the ones because I've got my own channel to run. Let's be honest. I'm cutting edge.
I know,
I'm
Mr.
all
Ego.
over this
Go ahead.
shit. Okay, you're not going to get much better than my channel. But what I'm trying to tell you is, for content, the way you conduct it.
Ego. What?
I seriously think, for music content and for the amount of information you pack into your episodes, I don't think there's any better channel than yours.
Thank you.
Oh,
Well, I
Really?
think there's
'Cause
many.
you get so much out of your shows. You're just you're like an encyclopedia of just information, and you can jam pack all of it within 15 minutes. It's beautiful. 20
Yeah, well,
minutes.
I do thank you for that. Hopefully, I'm getting this information out of my brain so I don't have to think about it anymore. You know what I mean?
See, my channel's
Um,
just a lot of just talking, and it just goes forever. If I could cut these panels down to 15 minutes, I would, but it's hard to do.
You know, now that you're thinking about that, you know what would be a good idea? And I know you've got a lot on your plate. You know what would be a good
Well,
idea would be,
yeah.
to film, record, and edit all of my shows so I don't have to worry about it. No, no. The thing I think you should do is like while you're on a panel, like, you know, I was watching the Contrarians today.
Mhm, mhm.
And I'm thinking, as you're watching the show, think about, like, if there's a certain moment that you go, yeah, that's a standout moment, jot it down, and then turn that into a short or turn it into a clip. And then a little 3, 4, 5 minute clip, and then still release the whole show, but put a 3, 4, 5 minute clip, and then it'll say taken from, you know, this episode or whatever. And then it'll allow people to go, like, oh yeah, I got to check that out. That was kind of cool. You can't do that with mine because it's just me talking. I can't pull something out of one of my videos, but usually in the conversations that you have with Peter, with Martin, with whoever,
Right.
I think that would work.
Well, the show, that's a great idea. I think I should do that because that'll help promote it. But what we did
Yeah.
tonight is that was a trial run
Oh, was it?
for doing a live show. We're going to start doing it every Wednesday. Have different
I thought.
topics.
Okay.
Oh, this is the first time we've ever done it.
I didn't know that you'd never done a live show before.
Not on the Contrarians, I haven't.
Wow.
And Martin will be there every week. And then, people can go in and ask questions and be interactive. It was great. We had, for a maiden virgin episode, we had almost 50 people,
Yeah.
which
That's-
is
that's-
good for a first one.
Better than Ski Lodge. Or just as good as
No.
Ski Lodge. Ski Lodge is about
It's
that.
not Rachel's numbers, though. Rachel always says
No.
200.
No, but there's no drama either.
That's true. Yeah, we're not going to have any drama on Contrarians. No.
Yeah.
But I think
think
it
the only
went
drama-
well for. Oh, there's DC for
Hey,
crying out loud. There he is.
DC, you can still hop in. Click that link, buddy. We may not be on for very much longer, but I'd say another 15, 20 minutes maybe.
But your internet right now. Well, I don't want to throw a.
Yeah, don't jinx it.
I'm not going to say
Oh,
anything.
Just pretend.
Oh,
Oh, no internet. Nobody was talking about you. Nobody was talking about you.
It's very sensitive. DC, come on here real quick. I've had DC on my show. Well, I don't know, 3 times maybe.
I
He
show
never
bad
comes on my
stuff.
shows.
Well, it's all he know. Give me a
Give it-
minute. See, making us
Okay,
wait.
so okay,
He's
guys,
working on
we're gonna end the show the minute he comes on. Okay, I'm gonna as soon as he comes on, everybody say goodbye. No, no. So, but thank you for the kind words, Grant. Unfortunately, I watch everybody else's channels and I go, how come I can't be as good as that? How come I can't be as good as, look, there's. I mean, I'm not invited on anybody's shows. I'm not invited on the Contrarians. I'm not invited on
You come on the
maternal
Contrarians.
issues.
You want to come on the Contrarians?
You were
No,
on
'cause, like-
material issues once.
Yeah, once. That
we
was
get
it.
you on
And
there
they-
with Mark. You
they
want to
never
get on
asked
there
me
with
back.
Martin Popoff? We can make that.
No,
happen.
because I'm just going to end up talking and embarrass myself, and everyone's going to go,
Oh, bullshit.
you know me,
Bullshit.
you know me. I just fucking
Bullshit.
talk. I
You're
ruined
good at it.
all of Peter's shows. No,
Oh,
no, I love-
Peter Kerr.
yeah,
No.
yeah. It's like Peter's cool, Australian dude. Yeah, what's up, man? And then I come on, and he's like,
Oh, bull.
sort of.
Stop it.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. God, DC's taking forever.
God, you're holding up the whole show.
I know. Anyway, more videos I have coming up. The 10cc stuff. Railway Children, Lloyd Cole. Anybody into the Railway Children or Lloyd Cole and the Commotions? Or
I'm aware of the Railway Children, but I've never heard any.
okay,
Tend to remember them being back in the 80s or the early 90s,
Yes.
always being in the dollar bins.
yes, and which is sad. But because if you like things like Aztec Camera and the Bluebells and Lloyd Cole and the Commotions, and I don't really want to compare them to the Smiths, but if you like that jangly, melodic, sweet guitar pop, then you'd love the Railway Children.
I haven't seen any of those in years.
Yeah.
They used to pop up a lot. but-
Yeah, especially the album, I think Native Place. That was the one you really saw quite a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like this weird shot of a guitar and shoes or, legs and
Yeah, he's holding a Rickenbacker and
Yeah.
it's very well. I was always
Very
intrigued
late
with the
80s,
cover,
early 90s.
but I never bought it.
Yeah. But see, once you hear it, you're going to go, how come I never bought this? It's one of those kind of records. You know how there's always those records that we see all the time in the budget bins and or in record stores, and we go, I don't know what that sounds like. And then like later on, you go, how come I never bought this?
Well, it's like these. Think about it. It's like these Rembrandt CDs. You would see these all the time in the used bins,
yeah.
but I haven't seen them in a long time. It's weird. You still see Alanis Morissette though, always in the dollar bins. Certain things.
Yeah, I know, but
10,000
Yeah.
Maniacs.
you could take a $10 bill and buy the entire Indigo Girls catalog because they're all in the budget bins.
easy.
What about REM
Yeah.
Monster? REM Monster.
What a horrible album that is. Anyway, let me see. DC's coming on. Gary, DC says, give me a minute. That was 5 minutes ago. We gave you 1 minute plus 4 extra. Rich says, Steve, I don't think it's you. Perhaps the music genre needs some tweaking. True, but I talk about what I love to talk about, and I'm not going to change my channel. Even though I complain that, gosh, nobody watches my videos, that's perfectly fine because I get to talk about what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Hey, every
And-
time I post something, I've got your link. So I post it.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm pushing your channel out there every time I can.
Thank you very much.
I don't have Doc's info. I'd put Doc on there.
I have
Yeah, well-
info
What was this all about, Doc?
I thought he made.
pushing. He's
Oh,
pushing
okay.
your.
Well, I'm trying.
Rich also says, Steve, are there connections to the bands you talk about and more well-known bands? If there are connections, then I will mention that. But generally speaking, I mean, the thing is everybody knows that I love music, and I just love to talk about it, and I just love to share stuff that people people may not know about. Hoping, like, who was it, Wes or somebody made a comment last night on Ski Lodge that after watching my Lanny Flowers video, they got online and ordered everything available by Lanny Flowers, which is only like 5 albums or something. But that is a wonderful thing, because now they're going to experience the music of Lanny Flowers, which is fantastic.
The thing about your channel, Steve, though, is that when people watch your videos, you change people's lives.
That I don't believe, but I appreciate it.
You changed they bought Lanny Flowers.
Yeah, true.
DC, he sent it to you. DC's asking where the link is. He sent
Look at the email. I sent it to you via email.
Oh,
He sent it to you, my
for
friend.
God's sakes.
You told me that. Here, hold on a second.
I've lost my ABC.
Yeah, I sent it to you in an email. Yeah, it's there. It's there in your email.
ABC.
Oh my God! Look
Yes.
at that. Here you go.
Yeah,
you go.
look at that. ABC.
ABC.
Yeah. Thanks to Snee, I have some ABC.
You know,
Baby
we did
Snee.
we did the Alphabet City show on my channel.
Yeah,
Oh, beauty
Look
stuff.
I felt so left out.
You can be on the next one.
3
Alphabet
CDs.
Beauty Stab really did good numbers. This record, they didn't care about it.
Beauty Stab is a great album.
I love Beauty Stab. It sounds great too.
Okay,
What do you think about the Zillionaire?
I think it's a
You
good
like
album. I don't think it's a great album, but I think it has one of their best songs, which is "Be Near Me."
Mhm.
I don't care how many times it's played on the radio. I don't care how many times anything's been played on the radio. If I think it's a great pop song, it's a great pop song. I still love Eagles Hotel California. I might be the only one.
I don't think I could sit through it again.
Let me see here. Yeah, I know, Gary. He's invited me to a show several times, but I always say, you don't have a show, Gary. But he will have a show soon.
Ooh.
Music with John, 3 days in a row. Yeah, I apologize, John. I promise this will be my last show ever until next week. Until next week. Monster is fantastic. I like the album. Has the most deepest. Yeah, I think it's a terrible album, but that's me. That's absolutely me. I think that with Monster, REM lost the plot.
I think they were trying to do a rock album. I think they were trying to do a mainstream rock album. Whether it worked or not is debatable. But they had a heavier sound. I think they were trying to do a rock album.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Tim. And thank you for being here. Hold on. I still don't see DC.
He needs a link.
It's in the email.
He sent them.
I like him with Natalie Merchant.
Ah, there it is. Only $1.
No. What's it say?
Can't see.
$7.
That was
Oh, you
$8 too much.
And I got it in 1992. I think. Is that what it says?
That was before the Fallout.
When did it come out?
Okay, am I gonna have to put the link in?
Yeah, 92 I bought it. No, this is 94. Oh, 97.
Yeah, thanks, Gary.
1997. This is an original pressing too. This isn't
Yeah,
this isn't a repress. This is an
Oh.
original.
Gary says Steve Grand is 100% correct. Your videos change lives. I am living
They
proof.
do.
I used to have money before I saw your videos.
Look how much I spent by just talking with Steve on stuff.
Yeah.
There
Oh
you
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Bad. You are a bad man. Bad.
At least this was only $8 though. So
I know. See, that's fantastic. I love that. But
all the
I
way
also
from England. That's why
couple-
it was in the little package. Came all the way
a
from
couple
England.
people. Yeah, a couple people will hear stuff that they hear on Ski Lodge. And unfortunately, a lot of the stuff on Ski Lodge, all that stuff's out of print now. So they have to get up and they have to spend like $8 or no, like $36 plus $8 shipping or whatever to get something because they like something I played on Ski Lodge. And that makes me feel bad. So Daryl, are you still out
Where is
there?
he? God,
I don't know.
Daryl is
Check
so
your email.
frustrating. Tim Allen, you go out and buy records, right? You go to a lot of. I see you on. I see you out on the internet. You go to a lot of record shows and stuff.
He's seen you.
No,
Why doesn't
I
bullshit.
haven't been even to a record store besides Record Store Day in a couple of years since the whole
Oh,
pandemic.
well, shit. I
started.
thought you were in the know. I was wondering, how much does an original pressing of Monster go for?
I don't
Not
know. I
a
would assume
repress, but an original one. How much does it go for now?
I would assume a bit, but I don't. It's 90s albums are tough because it's got to be UK or German or something. It wasn't pressed on vinyl in America. It
Yeah,
can't
it
be
wasn't.
American.
That's domestic. This is on Warner Brothers. This is domestic.
Well, it's on Warner Brothers, but the cover's too glossy for it to be domestic. It's got to be UK or German.
No,
or something.
no. This is pressed in the United States. This is a U.S. pressing.
Wow. Then I would
don't-
assume it probably goes for more than $100. I would think.
So
Because
I guess
90s
getting it for
records
$7 was a
are
big deal.
just impossible. They press
is
a
sweet.
handful, and that's
Mhm.
it.
See, Pauline says that is sweet to see an original pressing of Monster. You're lucky. Well, you got to be old like me. I told this story 1,000 times on Rachel's channel. When they were getting rid of vinyl, when no one wanted it, I was going through the bins and just buying it
Well,
up.
I was too, but that was like 1990. That wasn't 1997.
Well, 97
it
was
was
still
gone
cheap.
by 1997.
I got this in
completely
97.
gone.
No. Shit, it was still cheap in 97.
Where I lived, it was gone. It was nothing.
Well, I'm like in Columbus, so Ohio, so there's plenty of record stores.
Yeah,
Anyway, I was
in
just
DC
curious.
area then.
I was just curious how much Monster original pressing of Monster would be.
I don't know what kind of discogs. I would assume a lot, but
Did you
I
buy
don't
it
know.
off Did you buy it off of
Repressing
Discogs?
might have,
I don't buy
different
vinyl
prices.
off of Discogs, but I'm not buying any vinyl anymore. So
Anyway, go ahead, Tim.
I'm just saying, sometimes like with newer releases like that, when it gets repressed, the price does drop. But
Mhm.
so I don't know.
But I've got a whole bunch of newer REM stuff. Up, I've got Up when it came out. I've got all the REM when it all originally came out. So
Wow. See, where
'Cause
I
they were
lived, you couldn't buy a record to save your life.
oh, okay.
There just no one had records. And I lived in DC. I didn't live in a tiny little place. I lived in Washington DC then. And there was no vinyl anywhere.
Wait, bring that up again, Steve. Grant, the average music lover got totally
Flim-flammed.
flammed by these I don't have my glasses on. Flim-flammed by these companies promising CDs of everything. Bunch of liars. What do you mean? What do you mean promising CDs of everything? Of
I think
what?
back in the day when they were saying everything's going to come out on CD eventually or something, but lots of stuff never came out on CD.
I think people
Still.
said that. I don't remember record companies saying it. People thought, oh, everything will come out on CD. And I knew it wouldn't.
If
Isn't
it
it funny
didn't
how-
sell anything, but look at Wounded Bird. There are some labels that are putting out these records that they didn't sell anything. Well, look at Rock Candy. Look at Rock Candy is a good example. A lot of this really obscure AOR
Mhm.
hard rock stuff that
Mhm.
when it came out, it didn't do anything, and they're putting it out. I have to applaud them because it's fun discovering that stuff or rediscovering it.
I love the fact that after years and years of waiting, all 4 of the first Donny Iris albums are on CD. I know the
Mhm.
first 2 were available, but you waited like another 20, 25 years for the 3rd and 4th to finally come out on CD. And I'm so glad that they're out. In fact, I pulled all the Donny Iris to do a CD Junkie video again. Were you in on that, Grant?
Oh yeah, of course. I just need to know. Well, we'll talk about it. But yeah, I'm down for that. There he is, DC, my man.
Okay, everybody. Thank you, and we'll see y'all on the next.
Thanks, DC. We'll see ya.
You got here just
Oh
in
my
time to say
God.
goodbye.
Guys, can you hear me? I'm on my second computer here. I've been having all kinds
Yes.
of problems today, reconfiguring my email and everything. It's just been, I don't know what the hell's going on out there.
I-
but I'm
blame
having
the
all kinds
smoke.
of issues.
Just blame the smoke.
God, you guys on the East Coast are getting.
Oh my
Almost
God!
like-
I can't see 200 feet down the street.
It's
I hear
pretty-
it's really bad.
In
It's,
Ohio,
it's awful.
in
Yeah,
Ohio, it's very hazy.
yeah, that's what I heard.
It's
Now, what is this coming from?
Canada.
Canada.
We're on
It's
fire.
Doc's fault. I
Canada's
blame
on
Doc.
fire.
The country's on fire. We're sending
Doc
all
went camping and didn't put out his fire, and now
Man,
I
wish
did
that
stir the ashes and drown them again.
I wish
Canada's
those
on fire.
Canadians-
I hope that
Yeah.
Corey Hart is okay.
Well, he uses his sunglasses. At
yeah,
night.
he's got his sunglasses to protect him from
He
all
couldn't
the
see anyway, so he's.
bright light.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Thanks, DC. We always can count on
this
you.
kid's behind me. I'm usually on the other computer. But like I said, I've been having a hell of a time today. I've reconfigured everything, and I was upstairs watching a ball game, and then I saw Steve's email, ran down here. Everything was all screwed up. I had to re-rig everything to get on here. So, but it's good to see you guys.
He's dedicated. See what he did? He busted his butt to get on this show.
Wow.
I always
Yes, I
have a
appreciate
chance
it.
to talk
Oh.
music, especially with you guys. I'll always, try and make myself available.
Paulina,
Yeah.
oh no, you got rid of your original pressing of Out of Time. Now it would cost you a pretty penny.
I have 3 boxes of CDs. You see, that's what I should be doing right now. I should be putting up CDs on Discogs.
But you want to
Um,
hang out.
Yeah, I know. I want
Well,
to talk
that's
to
fine.
people, but I
Yeah.
have to sell CDs too.
Well, you're a businessman.
What was that?
I said
no,
you're
I
a
just-
businessman.
I just need to survive.
I understand.
Oh, that's awesome. Don Harris from Beaver County, PA, only about 20 miles from me, and first record was recorded in a studio in New Bright. Rich, I love Donnie Iris. Oh my gosh.
What's
Julio,
the best?
says
Well,
this-
what's the best Donnie Iris album in your eyes? Favorite one? Quick.
King Cool.
the first 4.
No. Which one's the best one?
I like King Cool.
Come
Oh,
on,
out of the-
Steve, come on. Yeah.
Out of the first 4,
Yeah.
probably I'd say Back in the Streets, King Cool, Fortune 410, and The High and the Mighty. That's
All
probably
right,
the best one.
all right, good answer.
No, actually, I love them all. I think the one that is you're going to want to buy the first one because it's got Alea. You're going to want to buy King
Well, it's a
Cool
classic. Mhm.
because it is just chock full of great songs, like the title track, "Love Is Like a Rock," "Broken Promises," things like wonderful. The third album has 1 or 2, like the title track is almost like heavy metal, kind of stinky. But the rest of it's fantastic and wonderful. And then Fortune 410 is fabulous. It's got "Do You Compute?" And then it has it's very quirky, and it has Donnie Iris and the Cruisers with a little bit more keyboards than usual. So it's kind
Oh.
of like they're almost their new wave album, and it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
Aren't those on Rock Candy, Steve? I can't remember. What are
I
those?
think they are. I think they've been
Are they?
remixed by them. I'm not positive, but I believe so. Yeah. They
Okay,
got a
say that
remix.
again.
I think they're all on Rock Candy, right?
Yeah, first 4.
Okay.
Hey, I gave Steve a heads up about this group, and then you guys and maybe a lot of the people that are tuning in might be interested. There's a band out there called Silver Twin, and if you like Wings, if you like ELO, check out their songs. They're on YouTube here. They're really great. One of the better bands I've come across in the last 5 or 6 years. So check them out. or not.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
no, I'm going
What
to
did Wes say?
Wow.
What did Wes? What I've learned the hard
Jagger.
way is that when CDs get reissued on niched reissue labels, get them fast before they're gone. Wes, you are 100%
Yeah.
correct. Get them because they'll come out and then they haven't pressed that many, and then you go on Discogs or eBay and they're through the roof. Get 'em while you
That's
can get 'em.
everything today.
Isn't
That
that weird
that
though?
goes for everything today, unless it's a
Yeah.
blockbuster something or other. Unless it's that.
It's
And that
just
goes
sad.
for movies. It doesn't matter. Get it
It's
when
in
it comes
print.
out. You're
Yeah.
not going to see it again. They don't keep anything in print.
Wait a minute, Elwood City. Steve, do you have that one?
Which one? Elwood City? Yeah.
Elwood, you've got that. Oh God, you are a completist. Good Lord Almighty.
What was that band again, Daryl?
Silver Twin, Silvertwin.
Silver Twin.
RAGGMOPP Ragma.
Ragmok. Look at if it comes up early. Look at a song called "Ploy," Ploy. It's a good lead-in, but everything they've done is really super catchy in the veins of Wings and ELO. I think they're great.
I mean, I'm sold. Sounds good to me already.
Yeah, check them out.
Okay.
These are not in order, but I pulled them. I haven't put them in order yet.
Sakes, at least put them in order. Okay.
Back in the streets.
Wow. Complete with hype stickers.
Well, they come
King Cool.
the rock candy ones. The stickers already on them like that.
High and the Mighty. Fortune 410. Those are the first four. Now, these are in completely random order. Alleluia, which is their Christmas album.
Oh my.
This is their final EP that they put out, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago or something. Here's a best of everybody should own. I think Doc might even have that, right? Doc? No?
I got that over there.
Is there anything on there that's not available on something else? I mean, if you get the first four, does it cover everything? That's
If you get the
on
first
there?
four, you've got everything on this.
Okay, so it's okay.
Yeah, being a millennial collection, I assume that. 'Cause that's what
Yeah.
we do.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
This is called Together Alone, and it has Michael Stanley's on the album. He does a duet with Michael Stanley. So that's a new album, plus I think a couple covers and stuff. Here's like a promo only, or like a fan club type only best of called Donnie 25. This has a couple rare tracks on it, including their very first single, Here Come the 80s. There's Elwood City that somebody just mentioned.
Oh, that's kind of cool cover.
Here's Pole Town.
I've
This
seen
is a song
that.
called How You Gonna Mend It, which is one of their best songs. After their MCA years, they put out an album called No Muss, No Fuss. They briefly released it with
I
a slightly
remember
different
that.
cover.
I remember that.
Yes.
Yes.
And this has Injured in the Game of Love. And then another new studio album. And then finally, this has some like post MCA recordings plus a couple MCA recordings. It's kind of best of. They didn't have a whole album, but they had enough to put new stuff on a disc, and so
What
that's my
label is
Donny
that
Iris
on?
collection.
I've seen that comp before. What
These are-
label is that on?
See Through Records. It's all
seen
independent.
that.
The-
I've seen that out in the wild though, somewhere.
Yeah.
He's had really a heck of a career, starting with the Jaggers, and was in Wild Cherry for a while too. So, guys, been around the block quite a bit, doing different things.
In the 80s, I was in a band that opened up for Donny Iris. What does that mean? Anything?
Yeah, that's a
84,
connection. How about that?
and they played at the Wings for QFM 96 back in 2002, maybe. and Donnie played, and he signed my wife's stomach with a pen.
You got all kinds of interesting trivia here.
It all
Grant.
comes around.
Holy cats.
It's all about Donnie Iris in my world.
Even QFM 96, boy, that takes me back to my days living in Columbus.
That's right.
I used to like the bumpers that the guys from the Scorpions recorded for QFM 96. They go, "This is Menge Schminglak of the Scorpions. We rock Columbus." You know, it was a little
They
intro.
never play
that
those
bands
anymore.
do.
Mhm.
Those guys from the Scorpions with their thick German accents. We rock Columbus.
This is Klaus Meine.
Last Maniac of the Scorpions.
Yeah. Grant, since you don't watch
Yes,
my
sir.
channel,
Right. I totally have it blocked.
about 2 years ago when those Donnie Iris CDs came out on Rock Candy, Ronnie Barnett and I interviewed Mark Avzek, which is his
Oh,
keyboard player,
Oh, how cool.
co-songwriter, and arranger.
Mm. Well, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to check out. You have about 7 days of nonstop Schnee channel watching to catch up.
Wow.
Tim's already way ahead of you.
Well, look at Tim. He doesn't leave the house. He just said he hadn't been to the record store in years. So, I mean, he's got plenty of time to catch up on all your content.
Doc watches almost all my videos.
Yeah.
Daryl
And I caught
doesn't.
it too.
I have a question. Does
I always try to
Tim,
leave a comment.
does Tim and Doc, are they wearing the same button?
Beans button.
Are they-
It's the Beans report. We have
Yeah.
to wear
Yeah.
a Beans button for the Beans report.
I don't know what that is.
Beans. Yeah, there you go. Beans. Yeah. And one of his cats. That's probably what Dr. Grumbles.
Yeah, I know I don't have a button, so I just drew a cat because I know we love cats.
Yeah, Grant Beans was one of our friends. Very, very cool guy. He didn't have a channel, but he went on a lot of streams, and he was super. He was loved
Knowledgeable.
by everybody. What?
Okay.
He was knowledgeable.
Yes, he
Well,
was
what happened
knowledgeable.
to him? Where is he?
He passed away.
He's no longer with us.
Like recently?
A year ago.
Oh,
Roughly.
well, I'm
11
sorry to
months
hear
ago.
that. I'm-
Wow.
Whose channel did he primarily go on? Sorry, I don't know.
Well, he was part of Cat Party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So basically, I call this show the Beans Report in honor of him, and we just get on and talk about music.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm sorry for everyone's loss. I'm not familiar with Beans. I'm sure he's a great guy. Sorry to hear that.
Absolutely. I mean, Beans was the kind of guy that I wish that I was. Cool, relaxed, didn't let stuff bother him too much. I mean, stuff did bother him, but he'd deal with it in private. He'd message me or maybe Tim
Mhm.
or he'd block Doc. No, not really. But he was just one of those guys that you knew that if you tuned in if you tuned in and he was on a stream, that it would be interesting.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah, a great sense of humor too. Fan.
Yeah, absolutely. And he did the
Sense of
greatest
humor.
Richard Dolan impression.
Oh, my
Mickey
God.
Dolan's impression?
No, Richard
Man.
Dolan.
I'm looking for someone that can do a Mickey Dolan.
like on at least the first 5 Monkees albums, Mickey always, at least in one song, had to go, oh. Yeah. I never got that. Was there any other person, like I don't remember the Beatles going, when I find myself in times of trouble, the Mother Mary comes to.
Well,
Yeah, but Mickey
Donna
Dolan.
Summer picked up on that about a decade later. With Love to Love.
But she
You.
went,
Oh.
John Lennon did a few ends.
Yeah, it's just
Whoa.
Doc has his sound bites handy.
No.
I think that was DC, wasn't it?
You are correct, sir.
Oh, is DC doing that? And
It's
Well, DC.
Oh, okay.
screaming
Goat.
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 okay.
Goat button.
I thought that one of Doc's victims had broken
Escape the
free.
basement.
Back.
Back, Linda, back.
Back, Linda, back.
Yeah. So, but I think it's probably about time to wrap it up, unless anybody has something else you want to talk about.
Are we going to talk about John MacGyver?
Oh, John MacGyver! What a guy!
Mm.
You guys got to go to my page and look to see who John MacGyver is. He's one of those guys where you go, John MacGyver, who's that? The minute you see his picture, you realize he was in everything you watched when you were a kid.
Oh, I saw that post. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I hadn't seen that guy's photo in a long time.
Yeah, he died in 75. So,
Yeah, maybe that's
Almost-
why.
yeah.
And he had quite the accent.
Wearing a dirt shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
He was in a lot of things.
Mhm.
what was that?
He was in a lot of things.
Oh, absolutely.
Like a
I mean,
character actor.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
those character actors.
He had quite the accent too.
What was that?
Do you like him as
He
much
had
as
quite the accent. Yeah.
this record, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's him.
That's him.
Oh,
John
good
MacGyver,
Lord.
right there.
But and another reason why I'm probably going to cut it short is I think my hotspot is affecting because all of you guys sound choppy. So I'm thinking I might sound choppy to you.
No,
You don't, but
Oh, you sound good, but
Yeah.
you be you.
So I have to actually plan one of these shows. I mean, I don't like to overstay my welcome, which is why I don't like to go on too many streams these days. Because you know me, I just end up talking and talking and talking, and people go, "Oh God, not Schnee."
Oh, he's talking again.
Oh, I love the House Martins. Oh my God.
Pulling out all kinds of great stuff for you.
I remember the House Martins. They announced they broke up the day I was on my way home from my first honeymoon or my first marriage. And on the way home, we hear on the radio right when we got back because we went up to the Carmel area, Carmel, Monterey. Went to Monterey Bay, stuff like that. And this is when Clint Eastwood was mayor of Carmel, and we had driven back, and the minute we got into L.A., we started getting, or LA area, we got K-Rock again on our station, and they were playing Five Get Overexcited by the House Martins. And right after that, they said, yeah, House Martins just announced their breakup, whatever. And I was like, oh, damn it. But then we got Beautiful South out of it. We got Fatboy Slim. So all's good,
Mm-hmm.
So, but okay.
Well,
Everybody.
I guess we did it.
Yeah.
hey, Steve, thanks for the invite. And guys, better late than never, I guess. But glad I was able to join you for at least a little bit.
It's
Oh,
all
yeah.
cutting out.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Daryl.
I got my notes.
You see, he's ready.
It's good to have notes.
Yeah, I think I knew. Yeah, I think I knew that you were doing it with us, but then he reminded me today that you're doing it with us. I go, okay, makes perfect sense. Obviously, you've heard the Wonderments.
Oh yeah, I love them. In fact, I think your magazine's what introduced me to the Wonderments. Your Pop-Sided magazine. I think that's the first I heard of them. Did an article.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I think you're the only one out there who actually read Pop-Sided. I was a co-editor. You don't have any handy, do you?
No.
Okay, neither
You
do I.
got
Oh
the
well,
poster right behind you.
yeah. This is a poster with all the covers.
Yeah. You got to have a Wonderments cover featured on that. Because I'm pretty sure that's how I heard about them.
This is a fanzine that we had put out in the 90s. I was co-editor with my friend Jim Rowe. And it was called Pop-Sided. So here, let me move my mic out of the way here.
Make yourself big.
And I'm going to make myself big.
Make yourself big. Can't see it. Okay. Oh, how cool.
So this is a poster with all the magazine covers. This one here is called Pop-Sided. It has Mental as Anything, Martin Newell, Cud, BMX Bandits, Beautiful South. We were just talking about House Martins a second ago. And this got review stuff. The next issue, issue number 2, had Nits, Bare Naked Ladies, The Lilac Time, Psychotic Youth, which is a Swedish power pop band. 2020, The Rooks. Third issue had Bob Segarini, ABC, Black Vinyl Records, the Shoes label, Nick Hayward, more 2020, the Finn Brothers. It was an interview with the Finn Brothers, and lots of reviews and stuff. By the way, I came up with the logo of the magazine. Some of our best friends are 3 minutes long. Okay, then the next issue number 4 had, can you guys see that? Yeah. BMX Bandits, The Divine Comedy, Semisonic, Bob Segarini again, Munkner Freiheit, and a guide to LA pop, the pop scene of the time, which is the late 90s. Then issue 7, spring 97, had Wonderments. That's them right there. Eggstone, Walter Clevenger, Jonathan Richman, The Church, Summershine Records, and
John McIver.
that Petrol Emotion. Then issue number 6, can you see that? Yeah. This Perfect Day, My Life Story, Andy White, The Merrymakers, Beagle. This was like apart from Andy White and My Life Story, it was all Swedish. XTC, Lloyd Cole, The Commotions, Robbie Wrist, Big Wednesday. Let me see. This issue down here had Squeeze, The Wanted Eyes, Rupert Hine, Clive Gregson, Shane Faubert. Lots more other great bands there. This one had Scott McCarl from the Raspberries, Jason Faulkner, The Mockers, Cummings from the Sports, Big Deal Records. I think that's Richard X. Heyman, maybe. Split Ends, Wings. And then our final issue had Kurt Smith when he wasn't with Tears for Fears anymore. He was in a band called Mayfield. If you haven't heard the Mayfield record, it's a great, great power pop record. Jem Kelly, who was in Lotus Eaters and the Wild Swans. Sean O'Hagan, who was in Micro Disney and then the High Llamas. David Bridie, Elvis Costello, blah, 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 blah. So these are the fanzines that we put out. And, we had interviews, we had reviews, lots of stuff like that. I'm sorry, I realized about halfway through that got a little boring. But
no, you're fine. How many issues did you guys produce?
It was a total of 9 issues.
Okay.
And that's them.
And that's it? Why did it stop? Why did you guys cease production?
Because we were losing money and all the people that were paying for ads weren't paying for the ads. We would book an ad, okay, 300 a page or 150 page, whatever it was. And then when it came time to collect money, nobody wanted to pay. So, and then
that's a bad business model. Yeah. I'll give you that.
I remember getting the issues at Borders, if you remember Borders.
Borders.
Big book chains. I thought
you guys remember Borders?
Noble. Oh yeah.
Remember Borders had a great CD section.
It's fantastic.
They had it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Borders was my favorite place to.
Yeah, I thought Borders would have been left standing rather than Barnes and Noble, but shows what I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a Borders in Columbus that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
They'd always have everything brand new. They'd have it that day.
Yeah, very impressive.
Plenty of copies. I mean, we're talking a later era CD place or bookstore, whatever you want to call it. But their media section was Yeah.
Now I
they-
feel bad because I think our viewership dropped in half when I started talking about pop sided.
I think it's fascinating. I'm glad you
Yeah, I do
shared
too.
that.
In that magazine and behind the scenes.
I mean, I wrote for All Music Guide.
You did. Tell him
Gary,
how many.
I have to pay you for those.
How many? Gloat some more, Steve. How many
Wilkerson.
records have you done liner notes for? Probably.
How many?
albums.
I probably did liner notes for about 35, 40 releases.
Yeah. Look at that. It's impressive. That's impressive.
It really
But-
is.
It really is. I'm not just.
But the main thing is a lot of people aren't really gonna you aren't really going to find my liner notes because most of them were for disco, R&B, soul, high energy. I was asked to do stuff basically that nobody else did, but I accepted it as a challenge. So
Well, I'm going to
It
go
was-
get the 2020 CD and we'll read from it together. One moment.
no. Oh, good Lord. I never read my liner notes after they're proofread and stuff. I send them in and I don't read them because I know that if I go back and read them, I'm going to go, oh, I forgot this, and I forgot to do that. Anyway, my thing's starting to screw up now. We're going to cut this short.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll have internet back and we will pick this up again at sometime in the future.
Well, thanks for inviting me. It was fun.
Goodbye,
shooting.
everyone.
See you guys. Have a good rest of your week.
It was a
See
good
you.
episode
Have a
3.
good one.
I
Don't-
appreciate you, Grant and Tim and DC and Doc and everybody watching. Good night,
Later.
everybody.
Keep it clean. Keep it
Keep it
clean.
clean.
Yeah. Don't inhale.